Hello, love. Welcome to Feeling Fridays here on the Libran Key. Messages for the highest and greatest good and in the highest and greatest truth for the Empath Journey and the Empath Collective here on Mama Gaia, part of the Elsh Collective, of course, Empaths, Lightworkers, Starseeds, and Healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message has found you or you have found it, that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages. If you are returning here, thank you, family, for being here. Sending you so much love. And if you are just finding this video and this channel, a very warm and loving welcome to you, okay? This is an interesting message. I don't know how to sort of prelude this message. Well, I'm being guided to just start with the crystal that I'm working with. So I'm working with a raw piece of emerald here, very much connected to the healing energies of Archangel Raphael. I heard healing, heart, and wholeness. And then I also heard a wound at the heart space. And then I was directed to a message that had come through a while ago, and I do not remember which video it is. I will find it and link it here. A message that had come through with regard to you being your own protection. And it almost feels like there's something here in terms of the energy that is shifting. The healing that's taking place, the heart activations that are currently taking place, this connection to feeling, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I'm being directed to the fact that when I went into meditation this time around, I was being shown something new in terms of every single one of us being connected to the heart of Mama Gaia and being connected to Source, and how we always have this connection, and so much of our divinity and our connection to the divine is about reinforcing this connection to Source, reinforcing this connection to the heart of Mama Gaia. And really that being the core is how they're showing it to me, the foundation of our spiritual practice, our spiritual journey, and trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in our higher selves, trust in the highest and greatest truth. And they do want me to share very quickly here a bit of a personal thing. Recently, in the spiritual community, you're going to be coming across many different variations of what I'm hearing the truth. Many variations of the truth. Now, that is sort of the paradox of existence here on Mama Gaia and in this particular realm. Because there are a lot of inversions of the truth, and then there is the truth, and then there is the individual truths and the individual journeys and the paths that we are each on, okay? And they're directing me back to unity consciousness with this. So we have to really take a good look. They just want me to sort of plant a little seed here of thought or consideration, and really feel into the energy of this. Remember that energy is the currency. Energy is the currency. What you are feeling from someone, what you are feeling energetically, what you are picking up on the things that you are reading, go with the energy of it. Go with what is in resonance with you fully. Understand that there is a very interesting differentiation between when you are getting triggered by something and when it's just not resonating, when it just doesn't feel right to you. There's a difference, okay? And I feel like some of what's being construed in the spiritual community, world, whatever you want to call it. Those who are claiming to be a part of the new age, those who are claiming to be a part of the new earth, these new earth codes, these new earth energies, even the language of that, right? What's the deeper meaning? What's going on? And I don't want to get too off on a tangent here because there's so much that could be discussed here with regard to this. But when you're coming across different topics and different differentiations of things, right? When you're getting told that unfortunately you believe in this and it's wrong, okay? Or you're looking at something that perhaps you've connected to energetically and it has done a world of good for you and it truly has enlightened you in some way. And you've done it through sacred space and in safe space, and you've asked for the clearest, the highest guidance, the truth, etc. And yet someone is now telling you that you've been misled. There is so much right now that is being asked of us in terms of trusting our own journey and our path. And I don't think I want to go into it any more than that because I'm already at like almost 6.5 minutes. And this is a whole other topic, but I feel like it's something that is necessary because they keep on bringing in this energy of trust, of trusting in yourself and your journey. This also has to do with, this isn't the best way to word it, but again, language can be limiting at times, right? But please feel into the energy of this. This is also a message with regard, especially to empaths, because this is Feeling Fridays, and this is for the Empath Collective, with regard to really holding firm to your energetic boundaries when it comes to, quote unquote, the battles that you are meant to be in. The battles that you are even the word meant, and it's interesting because Spirit, and I feel Archangel Raphael coming in for this, especially with regard to this healing energy. It's like they're even saying to me, like, don't get tripped up on your words. Don't get tripped up on the words. Feel into the energy of it, right? Because there's certain things about meant that can also be, they can sound too deterministic, right? But again, they're reminding me, feel into the energy of it in the way that I'm saying it. What are you in alignment with? And the battles are not even battles in the sort of boxed in definition of what a battle is, okay? This refers to every single one of us. It's not necessarily whether you feel you have a spiritual mission, whether you feel you are a light warrior, whether you feel you are a spiritual warrior, or whether you don't. It applies to both. It applies to all. It applies to not getting distracted, being in alignment with what you are here to do and the path that you are meant to walk. Always in alignment, of course, with the highest and greatest good, the highest and greatest truth, love, unity, consciousness, and deep compassion. Compassion for each and every one of our journeys, even when they are different, okay? I'm going to end it there. Yeah, and they're directing me to end it there because this is a very big topic. Okay, so the focus of this reading, really, and I don't feel like it's going to be a super long one, I'm just going to be asking through Pamela's genius, this giant Rider-Waite-Smith, for messages of soul support is what I'm hearing. We're kind of going back to basics here. Regarding this wound at the heart space and what I'm being shown by Spirit, Source, and Archangel Raphael is this energy of distrust in our own selves. Distrust in our own journeys. because it feels as though energetically right now there is a big thing happening with that for me to be tapping into it, and also with regard to the solstice energies and this full moon today in Capricorn. And it's interesting because they're also showing me Capricorn being the symbolic in this particular message on this particular day with this particular full moon being in Capricorn. This is an energy that is very much about authority. Whose authority are we deferring to is what I'm hearing. And how that, even as a consciousness, is having a massive overhaul. This concept of deferring to authority, and that the true essence of trust is not about deferring to any authority. It's an energy of, they're showing me alignment. This is the best way that I can describe it. They're showing me an energy of alignment and what you are aligning to. Ten of Cups as I split the deck. So there's something here with regard to, they're showing me there, interestingly enough, they're really emphasizing the rainbow in that, and this energy of completion and a new cycle beginning, especially with this full moon energy, something being released, this rainbow energy, a rainbow bridge, a bridge to various realms. Also, they're showing me to source, our own connection to source, the Lovers coming up in reversed. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing a discombobulation of self. I'm seeing us feeling that this is all, it's all good is what they're showing it to me. It's this energy of when we're feeling a kind of disjointedness because some kind of old programming and indoctrination is being transmuted. And it's specifically connected to this. We're always looking to the outside to give us the answers. We're always looking to people who potentially know more than we do, especially when it comes to spirituality, especially when it comes to energetic practices. This idea that somebody always knows more than we do. And what's interesting is that, how do we quantify that? How do we define that? This is an old form of programming that's completely being, again, overhauled is what I'm saying. Like, debunked is actually what I'm hearing. Debunked. Because they're actually saying to this, they're saying to me that this is a very divine feminine teaching or coding, you could even say. Because what I'm not seeing here, I'm not seeing a hierarchy here. What I'm seeing is an expansion. I'm seeing like a nautilus. I'm seeing a shell of expansion, like Fibonacci codes, numbers coding. This isn't a loop. This is an ever expanding understanding. When it comes to knowledge, what we know, and who knows what, and how each and every one of us contains a piece of the truth. Contains a piece of the absolute truth is what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing a huge portal into source as referencing that. Okay, they want me to keep on shuffling. Knight of Pentacles. This is an energy of being methodical, of taking methodical action, of not jumping the gun is what I'm hearing. Or, again, it's a turn of phrase. Please do not take that literally. Look at that. See? The world coming up in reverse. This is an energy of, we're feeling an intensity here. And this could be connected to what's happening energetically. They're saying to me it's everything. They're saying to me it's everything. You know, we are officially in Cancer season. This is oh, look at that. Yeah. This energy of authority being turned upside down. I'm hearing the new authority is you. The new authority is you. Your connection to your own divinity. Your connection to the absolute truth. They're really directing me to the keys here. Interesting. Yeah. They're showing me that this is like, these are codes or coding. Okay. And they're also emphasizing here to me the two individuals, these monk-like figures sitting at the feet of the Hierophant here. Something is changing with regard to this, with the number 5 coming up here. Key 5 is what they're saying to me. Key 5. There is a coding in numbers. Oh man, this is getting very, feels like quantum physics. This is getting very much into the fabric, the coding, the mathematics, the language of numbers. If you're seeing a lot of repeating numbers, 5 could be one of them. They're also pointing me to the world, which is 21, which is also a 3. 2s, 1s, 3s. I'm actually seeing 213. Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing downloads with that as I cut the deck. The more that, yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This isn't about, this is really interesting because I'm also getting the energy here of gatekeeping, okay? And how that is another thing that's being completely turned on its head, because for millennia, we have been, humanity has been under the guise of gatekeeping. And this goes back to this concept of this consciousness of it is external to me. It is external to me. 1717 on the counter as I say that. 8 and 8. Yeah. And that reduces to 16, which is a 7, the energy of going deeper. They're showing me deeper within. I'm also getting 25 coming through, the energy of 2 and 5 and 7. 2 being the number of the divine feminine is how they're showing it to me, the number of relation and relationship to self. This goes back to that Lovers in reverse. This relationship to self. They want me to pull that last one out that just popped. The number 8. Key 8 is what they keep on saying to me. Strength. Our strength within. What they're showing me with the lemniscate at her crown here is this energy of our infinite connection to source. Our divine connection to source. We are in an 8 year, and part of this is connected to the energies of what is happening also this year. They're showing me that, and it's interesting because I've spoken to this before. Time and the construct of time as an illusion. But this is where we need to understand that when we hear the word illusion, that doesn't mean bad or negative in some way. That's a whole other conversation. There is the way that time has been devised is what I'm hearing, works according to a system where there is an overlapping, there is an overlapping of energies. I'm keeping this as simple as I possibly can because it gets very complicated. Just like they're showing me the energy of mathematics or numbers, okay? Where did we get that? It's a system. It's a construct is what they're showing me. And yet there's coding in those numbers. There's coding in the equations, just like with time. There's coding in time. Repeating numbers in a year. The fact that we are in 2024 according to our calendar time, which is not the same as cyclical time, which is true time and infinite time is how they're showing it to me. But there is an overlapping of it. So there are messages that come through. There's coding in the dates. There's coding in when a certain date falls on a full moon or a solstice, or, you know, when Venus is conjuncting Mars or something. There's coding in that. These are systems where there is coding. And when we are truly connected to Source, when we are aligned to our inner divinity, this relationship to true self, higher self, even I'm showing the energy of Mama Gaia being fully present in time and space, we are accessing through those systems in some way. I realize that this is probably like, again, I hope that the energy of this message is coming through. Death is at the bottom of the deck. We have 4 major arcanas coming out for this message. What's crazy, they just keep on coming back to this energy of being our own authorities, of inner truth and strength, of seeing things clearly through the divinity of ourselves, not through our traumas, our triggers, the perceived aspects of the ego, truly through our center. They keep on directing me back to this heart space with this emerald coming through. This is also a great crystal to work with, side note, to really work on that intuitive connection. And they're showing me especially to the self, because there is a deep wounding that has happened collectively at the heart space with regard to us not trusting ourselves, not trusting our intuition, our divinity, our connection to the divine, outsourcing our power, okay? Even they're showing me in the spiritual community where you see somebody that you think they know more than you do. And now you're questioning everything. You're questioning everything you have built a healthy, truthful, divine foundation on. Does that make any sense to do that? I'm hearing come back to the self, come back to the self. Here's the Hierophant. Here's the Hierophant. And this death figure, what I'm hearing is actually transmuter. This figure, this Hierophant is pleading for this figure to stop walking in fear that it's going to trample him. Okay? Pleading. This is the new, I'm hearing enlightened, 23 on the counter as I say that. That's a 5 and a 5 and a 10 again. We're coming back to closing out this cycle. I'm hearing a new dawn. That's what I'm hearing with that. And they're reminding me here of the cyclical nature, even of the sun. Mama Gaia, cyclical time. They just want me to hold up this death card because there's so much coding in this death card. Things that I can't even articulate. They're really drawing me to the young girl here. It looks like a girl. Oh, they're showing me the sun card. They're showing me the inner child. I'm just going to hold this up as I close out this reading. And this is an energy of coming back to you, an energy coming back to us. The energy of unity. the energy of source, the energy of connection to source, the truth in that, okay? The truth in that. I'm going to end the reading there. Take in as much as you feel is needed from this message and from this reading. I'm also being reminded through the death card here, the number 13, really emphasizing the 3 here. When you add 1 and 3, you get a 4, but emphasizing the 3 here with regard to creation and the energy of being a creator. That creator God energy, creator source energy in you, with the 1 and the 3. 1 being you, your individual spark, and the 4, interestingly enough, is coming through here as the energy of transformation, like the butterfly and the chrysalis and the 4 wings of the butterfly. And that is what you build a firm foundation on. Your connection to your own divinity, to source. It is in you and you are of it. With that number 4 coming through. Also showing the energy of that in the 4 elements, in everything, in all matter, for that matter. And this divine feminine principle of mother matter, okay? I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to Source. Thank you to the energies of Archangel Raphael for coming through for this reading, this beautiful raw piece of emerald, the energy of the heart, and truly deeply healing, holding even this energy of the wound at the heart space and really, really diving deep into that with those 7s coming through. I thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy with me in this space and with us. And I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. In love and liberation always.